This is not victimization.
Well, I'm confused.
Yeah, well, them need them too much noise, and man tell you say this is what I talk about. Them need to make it happen on the pitch. Too much noise off the pitch, yo.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, your channel of undiluted sports content. We have Raymond and I and Adrian are here to talk about the recently concluded T20 match between the West Indies and England, the fourth match of the series, and the boy, yet another disappointing matchup. Raymond, how you feel about what going on today?
So we'll beg them. We'll beg them, we'll beg them, we'll beg them. Do not change anything. Proceed with what you have done in the last game. But no. I had to bring in certain players, I had to change up the batting order, the bowling attack. Just had to make some changes. And so, I'm disappointed. We expect this for done today. Not extending to Sunday, guys. Come on. You have them on the ropes. Why? Why ease up?
Adrian, in looking at the summary, England batted first and made 193 for 6. Before we go into the details, I mean, there were a few bad calls by the umpire, so we just want to make a note of that. So there are a few wides that the umpire missed, quite a few. But in terms of the playing, England batted first. And at one point, we thought West Indies was going to restrict them for below 150. And then something happened. I don't know what, but England scored 75 in the last 5 overs. This could not be a strategy that them expected to win this game with.
Well, Kurt, I'm confused with what is happening. I'm sure some of the players are also confused what is happening. The fans are confused with what is happening. The West Indies had one job, and that was to close out the series today in the fourth T20 international against England. But sadly, we had to go ahead again and think out the team. I'm now tend to be calling the coach Phil Simmons and the captain Mr. Tinkerman or Tinkerman. I don't know because there's no way you could be entering into this squad and we're just chopping and changing the team. Players don't know when they are going to be picked. Players don't know who is going to be in. Strategies are being talked all around. There's chaos in the camp, and the West Indies are finding a way to snatch defeat once more again from the jaws of victory. Confused.
So in the last match, they played excellent. They scored 224, depending a lot on Puran and Powell. They scored majority of the runs, but they made two changes, Raymond. Myers came in at the top of the order and Drake's. But if we're to focus a little on the bowling side of things, because we're talking about the first innings, Drake's came in as I don't know, a specialist bowler. He bowled 2 overs, 26 runs, no wicket.
So So I'm lost for words. I'm trying to be kind. I really don't understand the inclusion of Drake's in any shape of the game at all. I really don't understand that. And Pollard himself wanted a bowl, so him even bowl too. So I don't understand. We said it the last time that Pollard wanted to bowl because him not the bat say go bowl. And now him bringing Drake's as well, just in case him change his mind of bowling. No, I don't understand the inclusion of Drake's in any shape of it at all. I don't understand it. That's all I can say.
Adrian, Drake's is from Barbados. His father is popular. That's two. I don't know if people still selecting players based on those, but I guess anything can happen with this West Indies team. 2 overs, 26 runs, and him never bat.
Well, just to be clear, Kurt, in case we start hearing people saying we're trying to be malicious and people are trying to say players have been victimized, players should be picked based on merit, right? So you ask yourself the question: there are two players who came into the squad, into the team, Carl Mears, and wasn't of course the first option, wasn't the first option to open, but he came in and justified his selection. 40 runs of 23 balls, right? I just can't find the rationale for bringing in Dominic Drake, right? He wouldn't have performed better than some other players who are on the substitute bench, right? Whether in the Pakistan series or as well as even in the Ireland series, well, he wasn't even a factor. So the question is, upon what basis is Drake's been brought in? Um, can't be as a specialist bowler. As we can see, if we had it before, his averages are not better than, for example, a certain Odin Smith. His batting average as well is not better than an Odin Smith, right? So that's on one side, on the Drake side. On the batting side as well, we're still confused because Darren Bravo, who's supposed to be a specialist batsman, is demoted down the order, right? Still batting at number 7. And in the previous game, he was even below number 7. So those are baffling to me. All right, so we move out Shea Hope, which is
So
reasonable.
you're going to the batting, which is we are
Yeah,
further down in the discussion.
it's all
But
happening.
just before we close on the England
Confusion reigns.
innings, I can feel it and I hear it with the fans all over. But Raymond, we call out Pollard earlier before this series as to whether or not he should be at the helm. His bowling performance over the last 2.5 years since 2019, he took 5 wickets in that period. In this series against England, we see him being relegated further down the batting order and using the so-called bowling skills. He has taken 4 wickets in the series. So there's a little positive coming out of this bowling, especially by the captain.
Yeah, so it's clear Pollard find form in the bowling against England. So he's able to get it done, and that's what it is. It doesn't matter when you find a form. Right now, you find a form, and we're in a strong chance of winning this series. So why change it up? Keep doing that. It worked out in a lot. The first game when you won, you had a strategy. The third game, you won with the same strategy, and Pollard was able to do what he had done. So you don't even change it up at all.
And then when England closed at 193 for 6 of their 20 overs, scoring 75 in the last 5 overs at about 15 runs per over, then it was West Indies time to chase those runs. Brandon King and Myers got off to a relatively good start, putting on more than 50 runs for the first wicket. And then I don't know. We're watching the match and Myers get some runs out of the over, and then the next thing in batter and catch to a man down at long off. What's going through the mindset of these batsmen, Adrian? Because I see where, in terms of execution, they've not do good at all.
So Kurt, make no mistake. The West Indies right now is a hit and miss team, right? So Carl Mears hasn't been having the best of time over the last year, but he's in the team. He gets a call up. He hits off and goes well. Ball comes, he's out, but he did very well. Robman Powell hit last match, missed this match. Holder hit this match, probably next match he'll miss again. That's just how the West Indies have been. The shot selections have been pretty poor. There's no consistency. But a big part of that is the players don't know who is going to play. You don't know who is going to be selected, right? You don't know what the strategy that the team is trying to employ, right? You don't know. So therefore, and when players are not sure as to what's going to be done, then they start to lose confidence and make mistakes, and they start to try to surge to try to do more than what they need to do at a particular time. The West Indies needs to settle down between Phil Simmons and his captain Karen Pollard. Needs to settle down and let's get a stable selection policy, not just selecting the squad, but also selecting the team. What's your policy?
Raymond, we spoke about Powell chatting too much in the last match, right?
Oh
In the
no.
last video. Well, not in those terms, but the discussion was whether or not he should be talking his strategy, considering that the series not done yet and it's just one match. So he went out clearly with the same strategy in mind, but England had other ideas. They brought back the spinner who clearly knows that Powell's plan is to use the crease a bit more, and him simply just outfoxing. There's no way he could have gotten around that googly at all. Bowled for 5 or 6 balls.
So Kirk, it's kind of hilarious. It is almost like a plot of one movie. So somebody actually gave away the plot. It really hilarious to me. I was hoping that it was a misdirection. You understand? But it wasn't. It was indeed his strategy after much careful research by Powell to actually to actually damage the spinners. And the spinners themselves decided to fight back. So them actually got to their research and figure out how to use the Cree, the Cree, the air. And
Yeah.
yeah. So then figure out how to use it and pretty much get him out. And it's hilarious to me because it's almost research for research. So clearly no Paul is on I forgot start study again. Because no him have to rethink some of his strategy. He had three strategies and him say him only used two of it the last time. So I'm hoping that it's really not so much three and it's many, so that he pretty much is a versatile type of player. But if once again, play it in your head and become very versatile, and make us see what you can push out. But it was really hilarious to me, believe me. They did the research and then come and then yeah. So at the series between Powell and the spinners is 1-1 right now. So let's see how it goes the next game.
Adrian at 97 for 3. Puran, first ball in the over 6, second ball in the over 6, the third ball, nice ball. I mean, there was no pressure. Why him play a batter and catch again? Only God alone know. The mentality of the players are totally off. And you
So
cannot go win match when you not execute properly.
yeah,
At 97 for 3, never under no pressure.
so that's about shot selection. It's about keeping a cool head. You have hit two sixes. You look like you're going. It's just time for him to probably take a single, survive. That's 12 runs already off the over, so you can now go back. But again, it has to do with where are you in it. I mean, obviously he feels like we're gonna just go out and be aggressive. Probably think it was still the third T20 international where he was just flying. And as such, he just gave it all away. Bear in mind that you are under pressure already. To be fair to Aparan, you are under pressure already because you're chasing a score of close to 200 runs. So this game was already set. The West Indies was already set on their heels from the innings in that the England innings in that the English made almost 200 runs. Goes back again to your selection that you have chosen, putting the team under pressure. You won the toss. You thought it prudent to actually bowl. You didn't have the artillery to be able to bowl out England for example, a 150 or 170, and then the batsmen are now called upon to replicate the fine feat that they did in the previous match in making close to 200 runs. And it was never going to happen.
Another key talking point, Raymond, Darren Bravo, who is one of the most experienced batters in this lineup. In the last match, he was pushed down to about number 9. Him never bat. In this match, he came in at number 7 and he struggled seriously. You needed power hitters. You have Hussein, who showed clearly in the second match that he has the capabilities. Shepard has been hitting the ball extremely well, and you still have player older, Pollard and Bravo before those two players. I can't understand. You need power hitters to come in, and you say no, Bravo. The captain was refusing single. Yeah.
Yeah, that is that is hilarious. And even Drake's is above those two big hitters, Shepard and Hussein. You needed runs. You needed runs and you needed fast because the run rate was going away from you. And who better to put in than some of those big hitters, Shepard and Hussein? They are up for the task. The English fear them. Once they see them coming, they know what's next. But no, I was actually surprised to see Bravo came in. I mean, you can actually change the lineup just during the game, and when you see the strategy needed some change, you can actually do that.
They have been changing the lineup very bad, so
No,
they needed.
during the game, so you see that it was going away from you. The run rate was really going ridiculous run rate. You could actually bring in Shepard and Hussein. Bring them earlier.
My point exactly, but
I
mean,
Bravo.
West Indies needed 49 off 12, Adrian, and Bravo walks to the crease. Bravo is not known for any massive, impressive high strike rate for his entire cricket career. Why would Bravo come home? So clearly, they've never want to win the match here. So they want to set it up. They want to set it up for the final match.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Yes, so Phil Simmons and Karen Pollard are clearly losing the plot. You need big power hitters to be coming in the middle of the innings to be able to increase the run rate. Not slower batsmen. So Jason Holder did pretty well at 36 off 24. That's not bad. But Pollard at almost a run a ball, critical, not cutting it. Bravo again failing at struggling at 3 runs off 8 balls, not cutting it. Drake cannot be above Shepard and Hussein in the batting order. So they have clearly got it wrong. They have got the numbers confused. They're playing Russian roulette. They're all over the place, and something has got to change.
And again, right, when the West Indies chase, if you were to look at the bowling for England, Rashid got Powell, and he was excited. The area we want to focus on is the number of dot balls, right? 52 out of 120 ball. That ball no runs no score off of almost 10 overs, Adrian.
With a camera trick going on here. Clearly,
Half of the over no runs the score. I chase 190, and then you make 159 for 5. You must have gonna lose if you not utilize the ball them.
Yeah, of course. You must lose. If if you're not being able to hit 4s and 6, then run between the wickets, get use out of the ball. I'm sure if you actually run singles off that ball, you'll have 52 more runs on the board. So you can imagine 52 more runs on the board.
And again, Adrian, the coach before the Ireland series said that we're going to run more. He specifically said we're gonna run more. No, 52 that ball. clearly the plan was to lose the match here. I can't see where they were trying to do anything else but lose.
Yeah, that will never happen, Kurt. I mean, it's square pegs in round holes again. These players are not built for running. I hear the commentators people asking, oh, they're trying to incorporate running in their game. It's not gonna happen. These guys are trying to earn an IPL contract. So they're coming out hard. They're coming out swinging, right? And you just need a proper lineup, which has a long tail and good bowlers, right? And the right players in the team.
So fans out there, another disappointing performance by the West Indies. I mean, one match they're up, the next match they're down, then they're up, then they're down. Me tired of this up and down story. And I'm sure you guys are tired too. And we would
Tired.
love to hear your thoughts on the performance. Be nice in the comment section below. The series is now tied at 2-all. Not what we wanted, but I'm sure the fans, the English fans in particular, are extremely happy that their team managed to settle to level the series and go into the final game 2-all with the series on the line. We would love to hear from you. What's your thoughts on the performance? Leave those comments in the comment section below. And always remember to like, to share, and to subscribe. And to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell all of them friends to come and join the Sports DTM family. Ray, Adrian, and I signing out. Be blessed.